Hey guys, it's Abby and welcome back to our house. So it's been quite a while since we have tried to record anything that we've been doing. Mainly, I've just been really overwhelmed with everything that we're doing, and it's just been a lot. And I also am always running out of phone storage, so that's kind of deterred me from remembering to film. But we are living in the house now. We've been here since the end of June. It's now the middle of July. We finished our kitchen in the end of October. So we went June to October with no kitchen, and now we've had it for a couple of months. So it's great to have a functioning kitchen again. I'm gonna give you a little update of everything that we did have to do, and I will see if I can find videos that I may have taken. I don't know if I did. We had to take out all of the drywall. We had to take out all the shiplap underneath. We had to replace a bunch of studs, put new studs in, and re-insulate everything, re-level everything out, and then we hung cement board. The reason we did that is because we are going to do stone on the walls. That hasn't happened yet because it costs money, and we've got a lot of other more pressing projects to do aside from finished work. So hopefully soon we can have that, but it's okay. We built all of our cabinets because it was much cheaper to buy them and assemble them than it was to get them assembled. It also saved us a little bit of space while we were storing them, because we weren't ready to put them in by the time they arrived. So we built the cabinets, had them installed. We did some, our contractor had to fix most of them for us. He put in our sink for us, and then we had countertops installed, so I'll show you what these are too. We did tile. It's not done yet, so we still have projects to show you. And then the biggest one that we finished just most recently is our pantry. So this is the pantry we built pretty much like brand new. That's where they had their fridge. We knocked out walls, we pushed it back, we made it bigger. We have now finished it with the exception of trim and shelves, but it's almost done. So I just wanted to give you guys an updated house tour before we continue progress, so that way, if anything, it'll be fun to look at for us to see what we've done in the progress that we've made. So we've got a couple of really big projects coming up within this month, with flooring and moving things around. So let me just show you where we're at right now. I wanted to add real quick, when I filmed the first part of this, at the time I didn't realize that I still had the footage from when we tore apart the kitchen and I showed you guys what we actually wanted to do for like our inspo pics. Then yesterday I found those videos, finished editing them, posted them. So my now like most recent video shows what we wanted to do for the kitchen. And now what we are showing you right now is not the same thing. So we ended up going with granite instead of butcher block for a couple of reasons. One, the cabinets came in darker than I thought they would, and I didn't want that much darkness. It wasn't going to be what I thought it was going to be. Two, we wanted to do butcher block because we thought it would be cheaper. Then I realized we'd have to cut it, and we were going to do the farmhouse sink, and it was going to be like way more effort than I wanted to put into it. And butcher black can be more high maintenance because you have to stain it, you have to seal it, it can get watermarks. It wasn't what we wanted to go with. And then I thought granite was going to be way out of our price range. It kind of works out that our projects are taking us so long because we're able to keep saving as we put in the labor to do a project. So by the time it came around, we had the money to do granite. It only ended up being like $2,500 to do it. We did the black pearl leathered granite. It's leathered, but it's also polished. So it's kind of like a mix, which I really liked. And then I'll show you, this is what we were like, our inspo picture ended up being for the kitchen. And we're doing the same stone. Our countertops are, I think she did a black leathered granite as well. I don't think she did leathered pearl. She did something else, or black pearl, whatever. And then our cabinets are kind of the same color. So this is what we're kind of modeling our kitchen after now, and it just ended up working. And we're not gonna redo this kitchen again. And we've torn it out and we're starting from the beginning, so we might as well just put it back how we want it to be done if it takes a little bit longer. So that's why our kitchen looks different. This is what we're going for now. And I'm actually really happy that I found those videos, because I was really sad that you couldn't see all the stuff we did, because we had to tear out so much. And looking back at it now, I'm glad that it's done, because we were putting in so much work and it looked like we made zero progress because we were just tearing everything out. It took so long to tear everything out. It took a long time to put everything back together, and then we were just left with a clean slate. It's like, okay, that was several months and we got nowhere with it, but now it's done. Our kitchen functions. Life is great, and we're moving on. Okay, that was it. Bye. I'm gonna start back here so you can see the whole layout. So we designed this layout just on my computer with whatever program to see where we wanted the cabinets and everything. So we ended up going with Royal Bronze Shaker from the RTA store for cabinets. We did 2 uppers, and then I don't know if we're gonna do floating shelves in the back or not. And then we did the lowers. We ended up going with a tile from Home Depot. I don't remember the name of that. And then we did a like light kind of white grout in there. This is the pantry. We did in here a beadboard ceiling, and then that light is honestly just from Amazon. The blue tape is what I would like to do for shelving in there, and then that's just telling me how wide they need to be. And then for the cabinet, we used a wall cabinet from Home Depot, and then like an upper cabinet. I mean, we built a base for it. I didn't want it to come out as deep. And then we did a little wine cubby over there on the side, and a butcher block countertop. We have electricity in there, so we'll put our microwave in there as well, and then our toaster and whatever appliances can go up top. And then this is the door that will eventually be the pantry door. So we still need to actually build the frame for it to hang on and get that installed. So for our countertops, you can see where my cats were walking on it. That's wonderful. We ended up going with black pearl granite, which, and it's leathered, so it's got a little bit of texture to it, and it has a little bit of brown in there mixed in with the black, but I think it looks so good. And then this is the cement board that we still need to cover. But we ended up going with a farmhouse style sink and then a gold faucet for that. So this is one of the areas that we are hopefully going to be tackling soon. What we need to finish is sanding and mudding all this drywall where it was not great, and paint all of that. We need to lay new subfloor where I'm standing, and then continue the tile. So we have one section of tile in the kitchen that we haven't finished yet, and then we have to finish it out through here. That goes to the basement, and I don't know what we're gonna do with that. And then we need to do a new back door because there's a little gap down there where air and water and whatever comes in. So that is on the list, but it probably won't happen yet. So this is the living room. Really the only thing impressive that we've done in here is paint. We had painted it originally a different green, then we decided we didn't like it. So last weekend we reprimed everything, repainted everything. This is a kind of a more gray toned green. We ended up going with, it's called Dried Time. Eventually, what the plan is, we'll have a nice little fireplace mantle here, fake fireplace, dining room, couch, you know, whatever. The next thing that we're doing in here is floor. We're hoping to do that in 2 weeks. We have to lay all new subfloor because it's just an old house and nothing's quite level. And then we can we're gonna do vinyl plank. We ended up going with Life Proof, and let me show you. I don't remember exactly what this one is called, but this is what we're thinking for color. It is just kind of like a medium brown, and it's got a little bit of lighter graining in here. So I think that'll look really nice. This is what we're planning on doing in the living room, the bedroom, the small bedroom, and then the main bedroom. We're only going to do this area and the small bedroom first. We'll move everything from our bedroom into the small bedroom because we have a bigger project that we want to do in there. So this is what the flooring looks like right now. It is just old plank subfloor. Really, we were hoping it was going to be hardwood that we could finish and salvage, but if you remember, the pea smell was really strong in here, so there was no saving any of this floor, and it's just too beat up. You can see where it dips a lot. There's holes everywhere. There are tin patches everywhere too. I don't know. There's weird sections like this all throughout. So this is the main reason we need to lay new subfloor, because it's not level. And then we've got tin patches covering up random holes and stuff too. So that's why we can't save that. And then this is something that we added on. This is our linen closet. Originally, what was here was the wall was a little bit further back. There was a door to what you would think would be a linen closet, but because their fridge was in the pantry, it really just opened up to the back of the fridge. It's kind of weird. So we brought that wall back, framed it out. We just finished hanging the drywall and mudding everything. It's primed, it still needs to be painted. I'm gonna paint it Greek Villa, which is what we did the small bedroom, the kitchen, and the pantry, just so we have a little bit of cohesiveness going on. And then our shower is here. So we have an access panel here for our plumbing. We need to cut a piece of beadboard and cover that up. And then for shelves in here, we'll eventually do shelves in there. And then we have a door to go in there as well. It's similar to the one in the pantry. I have not finished it yet because the glass broke. So we have to get that repainted. And then I'll finish working on it, staining it, all of that stuff. This is a quick little tour of our upstairs. It is just our holding space for our life, really. We do have nicer hardwood up here. We again had to paint it because of the smell. So I don't know what we're gonna do for flooring up here. But we haven't done anything aside from prime and paint the floors again to get the smell out. This is gonna be one of the last areas that we actually get to touch because we won't be utilizing it very much. Okay, it's the next day because I had to go to work, and I'm going to try and get this in before I have to go back to work. But this is the rest of our tour. This is our bedroom. We've made no progress in here since the last time I showed you, aside from the floors are painted, the walls are still primed, and these are my wallpaper samples that I show people to show them that yes, we have an idea of one day we will finish this bedroom, but it won't be yet. What we want to do in here is obviously the floor, get that done. Then this is the wallpaper that we like the most. It'll depend on, I guess, once it's painted in here. I don't want it to feel too dark. We do have 3 windows. We have 2 over there, 1 over here. So there should be a lot of light, but in the event that it feels too dark, we might not go with that. But I want to do beadboard, wainscoting, you know, whatever, probably up to like here, and then wallpaper the rest of the way, because the wallpaper that I like is very expensive. So having less of it will make it a little bit easier to do faster. And then we also are not going to touch the floor or the walls in here for a while because we want to add a bathroom in here because we only have 1 bathroom in the house, and we do have to redo that eventually. And I think it's going to be a bigger project than we're hoping it's going to be because we're gonna have to like tear out a lot. So instead of trying to find a different place to live while we do that, because we won't have a bathroom in here, we'd like to add a bathroom in here first, then tackle that one over there. So let me show you what we want to do with the bathroom. We want to close off this wall, put the toilet in the back, put the sink up front,
and then put a shower here where my husband's clothes are. Bring this whole wall forward to be flush with this wall. So it would line up right about there. Then we'd have a little pocket door here, so you can walk in, shower, that's closed off. You enter into the bathroom through there. We'll open up the wall. And then there'll be another pocket door inside of the bathroom, which will lead you to our closet, which will be bigger. My clothes, his clothes. So that's why we haven't touched our bedroom yet, because we've got some plans. So, you know, it's just what it's like living in a house that you're renovating. So that's pretty cool. But it's our bedroom. And then in here, this is our makeshift living room for the time being. It's the spare bedroom. So this is honestly the most finished room in the house because the walls are painted and the floors will be done. We're gonna do floors in the living room and this room. Then we will move into this room while we're working on the bedroom and the bathroom in there. But I mean, our couch is in here. This is just our living room for right now. But yeah, so that's just my updated little tour for you guys, and hopefully we can actually make some progress.